grow your wealth, it is not just important to earn big. Despite earning big, it is possible you might not accumulate wealth, you might not grow your wealth. So in this video, we're going to talk about 6 habits, 6 hacks of sound financial health. So let's begin, my dear friend. Myself, C. Amit Popat, and in this video, I'm going to give you 6 hacks of sound financial health. Stay tuned till the end of the video. It's really going to change your life financially if you are facing issues, or you might face issues in time to come. Let's start with the video. The first habit, the biggest habit that I want you guys to give is stop using credit cards. Yes, my dear friend, I was using credit card in my life, and since I stopped using it, my life has completely changed. My financial status has changed, right? The issue with credit cards is there are two bigger issues that we need to deal when we are using credit card. First, you spend your future income, which is against the concept of sound financial health. As per the concepts of sound financial health, you got to save for future. You have no right to spend the future income. But in credit card, you spend your future income, which you will receive, or even when you are uncertain about the future income, you spend money through credit card, and when the bill comes, you face the difficulties to pay it. And the second issue that happens with credit card is more often than not you overspend. If you are just roaming in the mall or something, if you like something, if you don't have money with you right now, but if you have credit card, you will swipe it and you will spend money, right? So please stop using credit card. I'm not saying that you don't enjoy your life. You live a minimalistic life, enjoy your life, live a maximalistic life, but with the money that you already have. Don't use or don't spend future income through credit card on things, right? So that was the first habit, about stop using credit card. I myself have stopped using credit card. Yes, I have it. I'm not saying I have just abandoned it. I have it because there are some foreign subscriptions going on, but otherwise for my personal use, I have completely stopped using credit card. I pay cash or debit card, or digital payments, but not using credit card. And I've been able to cut down my expenditure in a big way through this step. So that's the step number one for you. Stop using credit card. Second step, which many youngsters have this habit, is do not use debt for personal reasons. Like many youngsters have this habit, they want to buy iPhone 12 and iPhone or newer gadgets. And there are many schemes going on like loan pay phone and all that. Please, my dear friend, don't get trapped into all that. You should never use debt for personal reason, because that will give you a burden in terms of EMI and all this. That should never be done. And in fact, the Robert Kiyosaki says you should only take debt for appreciable asset and not for a depreciable asset. Right? Like car is a depreciable asset, its value will go down. Phone, its value will go down. Even some people have this habit, they shop big, right? They spend 30,000-40,000 at one go, and then EMI, credit card providers give them an option to convert it into EMI. Never do that, please, right? This is not the way you will grow your wealth financially. You will just keep paying EMIs time on time, and your wealth will not grow. So develop a habit. Again, I'm saying that I'm not saying you don't do that. If you want to achieve something, just go for it, but think how can you achieve that income. Like if you want to buy iPhone 12, buy it. Live a life that you desire. But first think about how can I earn money for iPhone 12. Once you have that money, just go and buy it. I'm not saying you don't buy iPhone 12. Live a life, live a king size life. Even I believe in that. But not with the help of borrowed fund. That is not the way you should live it, right? So that's the second way. Third is Third is saving first and not residue. Now, this is the biggest issue with many people. Whenever they earn something, they spend it. Like they spend it for whatever damn reason, for paying their household expenses. That's where you need to. For paying your EMIs, that's where you need to. Then they spend money on entertainment. Then they do shopping and anything. And then if money is left, then they go for saving. That is a wrong sequence, my dear friend. Saving should happen first, and regular saving should be done. And if you do your savings regularly, you will never realize where your wealth can be after a certain period of time, right? and SIPs are the best instruments for developing and growing your wealth, right? Do invest in SIPs, and the bigger benefits of SIPs is on a fixed stipulated date, the money will go from your account automatically. So in compulsorily you will have to prioritize it, right? So do savings on a regular basis. SIPs are good one. Apart from that, other good options are bank recurring deposits, right? You can go for recurring deposits with bank. They'll deduct money on a stipulated date every month from your bank account, or there is post office recurring deposits as well. But issue with post office recurring deposits is there is a lock-in period of 3 years. I personally do not prefer it. I have a belief that if I cannot use my own money when the time, at the time when I need it, it's not of use, and hence I'm not going for post office recurring deposit much. But yes, SIPs and bank recurring deposits, and even corporate FDs are a good option that you can explore over here. So develop this habit of saving first and not residue. This is a must important, and you must save for the future. You never know what contingencies can come in your life. This is a must. Before I give you 4, 5, and 6 habit, we are done with half the video. Just type in the comment box wherever you are watching this video. You can be watching this video on Facebook, Insta, YouTube, anywhere. Just type in the comment box how you are finding this content. Are you finding it useful, helpful, powerful? I need your comment, and then we'll go to the next habit. Thank you so much. I hope you would have commented. So, habit 4 or hack 4 for a sound financial life is get insured. Yeah, this is very, very important. I have seen families, spending their lifelong saving because step 3 says save money. People do save it. They accumulate wealth, and then God forbid, but if some medical emergencies arise, I have seen my life, I have seen families in my life who spend their whole savings just for that medical treatment. Even they have to borrow money for getting the medical treatment. Obviously, nothing is more valuable than our family members. We got to be taking care of their health if God forbid something goes wrong with them. There's absolutely no doubt about it. But you know it is not good to spend your whole life saving in hospital bill, right? If you have to do that, you will be at a zero after so many years, and that is what something I would really not like to be in a position in. So get insured, take a medical insurance that is sufficient to take care of your medical bills. If you're a youngster watching this video, even do ask your parent about, are they medically insured? Are you medically insured? Because if something happens to you as a youngster, your parents' saving will go. And even I have seen children who just have spent their whole life repaying the money that they have borrowed for the treatment of their parents. So this is a must point. Take medical insurance without fail. It's a need of an hour. It's a must. It's not an option anymore. You got to have a health insurance if you want to have a sound financial health in time to come. Fifth habit that we're going to talk about is develop multiple sources of income. This is again a need of an hour. Do not depend on one job, one business, one stream of income, however good it might be. However good it might be. You might be earning a hefty salary. You might be having a business which is, flourishing like anything. But this COVID times has taught us that nothing is permanent. We have seen businesses just getting wiped off in past 6, 7 months. People have lost their jobs. See, your savings will help you, but savings can help you for a limited period of time. You cannot spend your whole life based on saving. Yeah, you can do it once you accumulate that huge corpus, and from the interest or dividend income, if your life, if your expenses are met, that's the best stage to be in your life, and that is what we call it as a financial freedom. But unless you achieve it, you got to develop multiple sources of income. How, you can be a professional, you can be a doctor, CA, lawyer, you might be having a good job at the top position, but this is must. Right? Developing a multiple sources of income is must. And please, how to if you have any thoughts like, if I want to start additional business, if I want to start a new business, I need to give time, I need to deploy big money. These are all myths. There are businesses available which you can start with a very nominal capital. Even I have done that, and you can grow like anything. If you want to give time, I've already said in my previous videos that if you're saying you don't have time, that's an excuse, right? If you say that you don't have time, I have this long hours in job, I am full day into this business, it's an excuse, right? I don't have time is the excuses that losers give, winners never give that excuse, right? You have to learn some new skills. You have to invest in yourself in learning new skills that you can monetize. You have to think about how you can monetize the skills that you might have, or how can you develop the new skills that you can monetize. Like if I talk about myself, I had good knowledge about stock market, and I figured out how to monetize it. I developed my online courses, and it is giving me good money on a consistent basis. I started with a new business, Enagic business, with a very nominal capital, which is good for the health of my family. And I know if that business grows over a period of time, it can give me a good income. Developing multiple streams of income is a must thing, and particularly if you're a youngster watching this video in your early earning ages, this step is the must step. Start taking this step right now, and very soon you'll be financially free. Right. So that's habit number 5, and the last habit is do charities. Right. That is off bit, but that's how it goes. It is the principle of universe. What you give come back to you in abundance. And as a part of this society, we are duty bound to help others, help underprivileged, and helping the society is our responsibility. I'm not saying it is our choice, it's our responsibilities. And if you do charities generously, I can assure you more money will flow to you from the sources that you wouldn't have even imagined. Right? So do charities, and again, charity should not be a last thing that if I'll be left with money, I'll do charity. Take a fixed percentage of your income for charity. Just keep a separate account for charity and just spend it on a charitable purposes on a regular basis. This will improve your financial health like anything, I can assure you, because it's the principle of universe. What you give will come back to you in abundance, right? So these are the 6 hacks of sound financial habit I wanted to give you. Again, I want you guys to comment in the comment box, how did you find this content? And if you love this content, do try to follow it, do try to implement in your life, and I can assure you it will change your financial life. Thank you so much. Bye bye.